Hey guys, just doing a video. XJet covered it, and I thought I'd cover it myself. It's from the Daily Mail online. No, I don't watch the Daily. I don't read the Daily Mail. As I said, XJet did it. But it talks about tackling the Wild West in the sky. Drones could soon be forced to have electronic number plates so they can be tracked by police as they fly through the sky. Why would the police want to track them? Have they got the manpower to track them? Haven't they got better things to do with the time? No, actually, they don't. They sit in offices going through your Twitter trying to find offensive tweets, or dancing in the streets with rainbow flags, or praying in mosques. So they actually have plenty of time. Well, they shouldn't do. They should be out fighting crime. Drones being used in the UK will need to have remote ID. I did a video, back one, on the CIA Jeep Door programme that gets rid of remote ID. Got to have a watch of it. It comes as plans revealed for a network of drone superhighways. That sounds interesting, so I took a look. Now, apparently, Project Skyway, world's largest network of drone superhighways, could be built in England. They've submitted plans for this area here, which will have drones, not your drone or my drone or anybody else's drone, but purpose-built units that can fly. Something called Altitude Angel, and it's apparently, there's no picture of it, but the vehicles, they test a 5-mile flight corridor just south of Reading. I'm assuming it's going to be to transport people, or maybe to transport goods. I don't quite know. So, yeah, maybe. What's the chance of you flying your drone and getting involved in something like this? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to the article. Drones could soon be forced to have electronic number plates. Part of a regulation being drawn by the government that would allow a drone speed, height, take-up point and stop location to be tracked. Remote ID for you. It will be installed in devices working in a similar way to the ANPR. Now, ANPR, in case you don't know, is automatic number plate recognition. If you don't live in the UK, then you may not know, we have what's called average speed zones, where there's a camera that records you going in and a camera records you coming out, and it works out how fast you've gone from A to B, and then if you've gone faster than the set speed limit, you get a ticket. ANPR cameras are also used by police, where you drive into an area and your car registration plate's red, and if it's on the database as having no insurance, no tax, no MOT, the police notify local patrols, and then you can get pulled basically. They're quite sneaky. It's only little cameras mounted on poles all the way up, and you don't really notice them. But then again, if you've got a fully licensed taxi insured vehicle, you shouldn't have too much issues about that. But I do have an issue with them saying the aircraft could be used by terrorists to cause serious harm or economic damage. I've been flying drones now 10 years. I have not yet ever, and I'm part of a lot of forums, heard of a terrorist using a drone to cause harm or economic damage. It's just scare words. People read this and go, we need to, we need to get this regulation. We need to make sure we know where everybody is and who's flying them. It's just using scare tactics. As I said in the other videos, CIA scare tactics. Before flying, most drones and model aircraft in the UK use their expected registered device. And to be fair, 99% of us have. I've got my registration on my Mini up there. I've got it on the Phantom 3. My Phantom 2, I've got my stickers on there, I paid me £9, I passed my test, I've got my operator ID. 99% of people have done. There are some that haven't, but they're few and far between. Now it says there are concerns that a large number of drones do not have the proper technology to enforce the registration. That bit confuses me slightly. There are concerns that a large number of drones do not have the proper technology to enforce the registration. Registration is done by going to a web page and filling your details in and paying you £9 and taking your test. So are they saying that if this technology comes in, then they can use that to find out who's flying maybe, and when they find you and they know you haven't registered your quad, that they can do you? Maybe that's what it means, I'm not quite sure. One source told the Telegraph the situation was like the Wild West. I don't even know what that term is supposed to mean. Out of control? No, I don't think so. I think the drone and the drone flyers and pilots, I think, were very much in control. In fact, I can't say I've ever heard of a drone causing a problem flown by a hobbyist. I know there's a couple. If you actually, I'll link XJet's video. He does a couple of pieces on the police drones hitting planes and stuff. I think there's another video as well somewhere about it. Civil Aviation Authority commissioned aviation agency to draw up a report to develop a strategy for any future remote ID required. Its chief executive, Lorenzo, said the Swiss use-based implementation will focus on setting up a partnership with government bodies and industries to find remote ID solutions. So they haven't actually found a solution yet. 2026, April 1st, is when the UK plans to get up and running with the remote ID. The Telegraph also covered it. They basically just copied and pasted from the Daily Mail article. Doesn't say anything different. But there are some comments on the bottom. A guy called Michael Palmer, maybe there is a good case to be made for regulation. And I agree, there is a good case to be made for regulation. Not strict regulation like they're trying to do, but some regulation which we've got currently. We should cringe when the government uses the Wild West analogy. Again, someone else who thinks it's a waste of time. They all seem to want to regulate everything. Very true. Farquhar Ferguson, bicycle number plates will solve the Wild West of the roads. No, it's time to pick on cyclists. Yes, bicycles are a huge problem. See, no one's talking about the drones. They're all talking about cyclists now. I don't understand DJI, the largest seller of drones, says Morse Morsel. DJI already has a full flight log information which is uploaded automatically and available for inspection at any time. No, it's not. I can tell you now, hand on heart, that DJI would never, ever, unless it's really sort of, I don't know, terrorist critical threat, they would never hand over flight logs. Not for you, not of your flights, none of my flights. I've never heard of DJI ever, because if they would, then we could use the flight logs to track stolen drones, but they wouldn't. They would never release the flight logs. Let's have a look. I blame the auditors as too many government organisations. The police show up as oblivious and incompetent and it's cleared about a few cages. The government has so many useful things we're doing than attacking people using drones safely. Very good point, Stephen. It's a hobby for most that does no harm at all. There's never been an instance of concern other than where eco-nutters use drones to cause disruption at airports. Not sure about that. I don't remember eco-nutters using drones to cause disruption. It says, however, that's like saying should ban cars if they could be used as getaway vehicles for banks. It's taking minimal abuse and using it as a way of attacking and regulating the action of law-abiding citizens. DJC, label it, track it, tax it. And when will they start the equivalent of RFL to pay for use of the sky? I'm not sure what RFL is. Naturally, having used their drone for criminal purpose will keep its software system working, won't they? Exactly, good point, yes. Those who want to fly illegally will just find some way to turn off the RID and it will be quite possible. It's the reason why we don't have limiters on cars, because people just find a way to turn them off. Registration for cyclists and e-scooters, good luck enforcing that. People smoke weed and inhale gas openly while driving around here. Yeah, because there's not enough police. They laid off all the police force and now there's not enough police to actually do the job that they are paid to do. Cycles, about cycles there, cyclists, everyone's jumped on the cyclist thing. ANPR is about cameras looking at number plates, not something you can do for drones. Kenneth, you can, as I said, you can, if you've got RID and the police have a big map of the area and they can see where the drones are flying, then yes, they can track them if they wanted to. ANPR success is limited. There are still over 1 million uninsured cars on our roads, as I mentioned before. What will happen is always with initiatives, the law-abiding will follow the rules, criminal element will totally ignore them. Exactly. Do it for bikes. Equip the birds of prey with better weapons. Yeah, that's the birds that can catch drones, isn't it? But yeah, just I thought I'd cover this briefly, as Kenneth had done. So, not Kenneth, that's the other guy, isn't it? Bruce, sorry, XJet. Just go. I'll leave a link to his video below. Go and have a watch of his video as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you for RID? Are you against it? Do you think there's enough regulation? Do you think it needs more? I'm interested in hearing your views.